Welcome back to the channel, Sparkles. Today, we're going to explore the top 4 most valuable 1-cent wheat penny coins from the United States of America. These historic copper coins, minted between 1909 and 1958, are some of the most famous collectibles in the coin world. We'll be focusing on rare errors, unique conditions, color variations, and even scarce examples that shine like gold. These coins are not just small change. They become treasures with significant market value and are highly sought after by collectors and investors around the world. These rare wheat pennies are more than just pieces of history. They are some of the most valuable coin collectors are hunting today. So, if you're a coin enthusiast or someone who appreciates the beauty and significance of American currency, this video is definitely for you. Backhand index pointing right. Let's get started with the first coin on our list. The 1942 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark is one of those coins that seems simple on the surface, but carries an aura of mystery and potential value that can rival treasures locked away in vaults. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint during a time of global turmoil, this coin was never meant to be extraordinary. It was minted in copper, produced in massive numbers, and circulated widely. Yet in the world of coin collecting, the ordinary can become extraordinary when errors, anomalies, or rare variations come into play. Some believe that special examples of this penny, whether through experimental compositions or unique striking conditions, could make their owners unimaginably wealthy today. At the heart of this coin's mystique is its composition. The standard 1942 penny was struck in copper, as were all cents of that era. But stories circulate of experimental strikes in other metals, some bearing a golden tone that makes them stand out from the rest. If you hold a 1942 wheat penny that glows differently, or perhaps shows signs of being struck with an unusual alloy, you may be looking at a once-in-a-lifetime discovery worth millions in the collector's market. A coin like that doesn't just represent pocket change. It represents power, wealth, and a secret waiting to be uncovered. Think about the timing of this coin's creation. In 1942, America was fully engaged in World War II. Resources like copper were becoming scarce, and the mint was already exploring alternatives for coinage. Just a year later, in 1943, the famous steel cents were introduced. This transitional moment opens the door to the possibility that certain 1942 pennies were struck in experimental metals, perhaps golden-tone alloys, that slipped into circulation. If such coins exist, they would be some of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. The wheat penny design itself only adds to the coin's timeless appeal. The obverse, featuring Abraham Lincoln's dignified portrait, radiates strength and endurance. On the reverse, the simple yet classic wheat ears flank the words 1 cent, a reminder of America's agrarian roots and resilience. For most, this is just a nostalgic design. For those lucky enough to hold a rare variation, however, it becomes a key to unimaginable fortune, a golden gateway from the past to present wealth. Collectors are drawn to the 1942 wheat penny, not only for its history, but also for its potential mysteries. Stories of golden tone examples or rare errors have fueled decades of fascination. Could your 1942 penny be struck on a planchet intended for another denomination? Could it carry a golden alloy that sets it apart from all others? If so, you may be holding a coin that no auction house could ignore, a coin that would send shockwaves through the numismatic world. Now imagine the discovery moment. A collector or an unsuspecting individual pulls a 1942 wheat penny from an old jar, perhaps passed down from a grandparent. To the untrained eye, it's just another copper coin. But to an expert, the shine, the tone, or a subtle anomaly reveals its true nature. Suddenly, this penny is no longer worth 1 cent. It's worth a fortune that can transform lives overnight. The beauty of coins like this lies in the unexpected. Everyday objects can hide unimaginable value, and the 1942 wheat penny embodies this truth perfectly. It teaches us that treasures don't always come in gold bars or gemstone-laden crowns. Sometimes, they come in the form of a humble penny that most people overlook, but which holds a power to change destinies. Auctions have proven time and again that rarity and intrigue can push coin values into the millions. If a verified golden alloy 1942 wheat penny were to surface, collectors worldwide would battle fiercely to own it. Such a coin would not simply be purchased. It would be coveted, chased, and celebrated as one of the greatest finds of modern numismatics. This coin also connects us to history in an emotional way. It was struck at a time when the world was at war, when every resource was precious, and when the American spirit was tested. To own a rare 1942 penny is to own a tangible piece of that era, a symbol of resilience, sacrifice, and the endurance of a nation. When combined with the allure of wealth, that symbolism makes the coin doubly powerful. The possibility of golden variations adds an almost mythical quality to the 1942 penny. Imagine a coin intended to be ordinary but accidentally transformed into something extraordinary by the mint's experiments or errors. That small accident would ripple across decades, eventually delivering untold riches to a lucky finder. This is what makes coin collecting not only a hobby, but also a treasure hunt with stakes higher than most could imagine. For those who hold on to their 1942 wheat pennies, the message is clear. Never underestimate what you have. That coin could be the ordinary cent millions possess, or it could be the extraordinary rarity that lifts you from obscurity into unimaginable wealth. The line between the two is razor thin, but the reward for spotting the difference is life-changing. So, treat every 1942 no-mint mark wheat penny with reverence. Preserve it carefully, study it closely, and never dismiss its potential. That small copper, or perhaps golden, disc could hold the power to rewrite your destiny. It is not just a coin. It is a chance, a mystery, and possibly the key to becoming a billionaire overnight. Next up, the 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark may look like a simple coin that once passed from pocket to pocket in everyday America, but beneath its humble exterior lies the possibility of unimaginable value. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this penny was made in copper like so many others, yet stories of rare variations, golden tone errors, and mysterious compositions have kept collectors buzzing with excitement for decades. To the average person, it is just 1 cent. But to the right collector, it could be the key to fortune beyond imagination. What makes this coin so captivating is its potential to surprise. In 1952, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of coins, but even in such a massive output, mistakes happened. Wrong planchets, unusual alloys, or off-color strikes. If you happen to hold a 1952 penny with a golden shimmer, it may not simply be worn copper. It could be an experimental or error strike, the kind of anomaly that numismatists dream of discovering. Coins like these are whispered about in collector circles because of their power to break price records when they finally surface. The design of the wheat penny only adds to its timeless charm. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's portrait is a symbol of American leadership and resilience. On the reverse, the classic wheat ears frame the denomination 1 cent and the proud words E pluribus unum. It is a coin that was meant to symbolize strength and simplicity. But when struck in unusual conditions or the golden alloy that sets it apart, it transcends its purpose, transforming into a piece of history with immense financial power. The historical backdrop of 1952 gives this coin even more meaning. The United States was emerging from the shadow of World War II and entering the post-war boom. The economy was shifting. Industries were thriving, and coinage remained a backbone of daily transactions. In such an era, the idea that a single cent might one day be worth millions would have seemed absurd. Yet time has a way of turning the ordinary into the extraordinary, and coins like the 1952 wheat penny prove that nothing should be underestimated. Imagine pulling out a jar of old pennies from a grandparent's attic and finding one that glows differently in the light. Its shine is unusual, its tone strikingly golden, and when weighed in your hand, it feels slightly different from the rest. That moment of discovery could be the moment your life changes forever, for in that unassuming coin could lie a hidden rarity worth more than most people earn in a lifetime. Auction houses thrive on such stories. When a rare variation of a wheat penny appears at auction, collectors from around the globe compete with ferocity, driving the price into the stratosphere. A golden tone 1952 no-mint mark penny, verified by experts, could easily climb into the millions, not because it is flashy, but because it is rare, mysterious, and part of America's coinage legacy. In the world of numismatics, rarity equals power, and power equals value. The mystique of this coin is not only about wealth, but also about history. To own a rare 1952 penny is to own a piece of America's story. It connects you to the millions who once used pennies to buy candy, newspapers, or gasoline. But your penny is not just any penny. It is a rare variation that slipped through the cracks, survived the decades, and came into your hands like a secret from the past. There is also an emotional pull to coins like this. They are reminders that life-changing treasures can hide in the most ordinary places. A penny lying in a forgotten drawer may be dismissed by many, but for those with eyes to see, it can be the spark that lights a fire of fortune. The 1952 wheat penny teaches us to look closer, to appreciate the small, and to never underestimate the hidden power of the overlooked. Collectors often say that the thrill of numismatics is not just in owning coins, but in the hunt, the chance that any day you might stumble upon something extraordinary. The 1952 penny embodies this thrill perfectly. Its golden variations and potential errors keep the chase alive, fueling dreams of riches for both seasoned experts and curious beginners. Every jar of coins, every pocket of change, is another opportunity for discovery. The truth is, not every 1952 wheat penny is worth millions. Most are worth just their collector value. But the possibility that one might hold a rare golden alloy version or a special error keeps hope alive, and that hope itself has value. It transforms coin collecting from a simple pastime into a treasure hunt where fortunes hang in the balance. So if you happen to possess a 1952 no-mint mark wheat penny, do not dismiss it. Examine it closely. Treat it carefully, and never let it go for less than it is worth. That small disc of metal could be the one that rewrites your destiny, turning an ordinary life into one of unimaginable wealth. In the end, the 1952 wheat penny is more than just a coin. It is a symbol of potential, a reminder that fortune can hide in the smallest things, and a testament to the fact that sometimes the most valuable treasures are found where we least expect them. Guard it, cherish it, and remember, within that penny may lie the power to change your life forever. Next up, the 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark may appear to be just another ordinary coin from mid-20th century America, but within its humble copper surface lies the possibility of immense fortune. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin carried the timeless image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the enduring wheat stalks on the reverse. Yet, while millions were produced, whispers of rare variations, unusual golden hues, and special compositions have transformed this penny into an object of desire for collectors across the globe. The allure of the 1956 penny lies in its rarity when it strays from the ordinary. Most were struck in copper as intended. But imagine one created on a golden-toned planchet or possessing a mysterious sheen unlike any other. Such coins were not meant to exist. Yet history has shown that minting errors or experimental strikes sometimes escape unnoticed. When they do, they often carry within the power to ignite bidding wars that stretch into millions, as collectors recognize that such anomalies are unique treasures. What makes this coin so fascinating is its connection to everyday life. In 1956, a single penny could buy a stick of gum, a handful of candy, or go toward a gallon of gas. People carried these coins in their pockets without thinking twice. To imagine that one of those same coins, overlooked for decades, could now be worth more than a mansion is a kind of transformation that inspires awe and fascination. It turns the ordinary into the extraordinary, the forgotten into the priceless. The artistry of the wheat penny deepens its appeal. Lincoln's portrait, dignified and serene, represents American resilience and leadership, while the reverse's wheat stalks symbolize prosperity and hard work. For collectors, this design is not just a reminder of the past, but also a reflection of American values. When paired with the mystery of a rare golden variation, the coin ceases to be just currency. It becomes an artifact infused with symbolism, beauty, and unimaginable value. Picture this. Tucked away in an old jar of pennies in a dusty attic, you come across a 1956 wheat penny that gleams differently from the rest. Its glow is unusual, almost golden, and its surface carries an unmistakable aura of rarity. That discovery could be the moment that changes your destiny. For in that single coin may lie the power to unlock wealth on a scale few ever dream of achieving. Auction houses thrive on such surprises. When a rare coin surfaces, collectors flock to compete for ownership, each driven by passion, prestige, and the thrill of possessing the impossible. If a 1956 golden-hued penny were authenticated and placed on a block, the bidding could skyrocket into millions. And the winning bidder would not simply be buying a coin, but history, mystery, and the bragging rights of owning something virtually no one else has. The story of the 1956 penny is also the story of perseverance. It reminds us that life-changing opportunities often hide in plain sight, waiting for someone to recognize their worth. Most people dismiss pennies as worthless or insignificant, but to the careful eye, one penny can hold the promise of a lifetime of fortune. This paradox, the smallest coin becoming the most powerful, is part of what makes the 1956 wheat penny so captivating. Collectors often describe the pursuit of coins like this as a treasure hunt. The 1956 penny keeps the hunt alive because it suggests that treasures can still be discovered in pockets, jars, or family collections. It sparks curiosity in beginners and fuels obsession in seasoned numismatists. Every coin examined holds the potential to be that once-in-a-lifetime find, and that potential is what makes the world of numismatics endlessly exciting. While not every 1956 penny is a rarity, the few that exist with unusual qualities, whether from experimental alloys, striking errors, or mysterious golden tones, stand apart as legends. Their scarcity is their power. The fewer that exist, the higher their value climbs, and the more dramatic the transformation of the person lucky enough to discover one. To hold such a coin is to hold more than metal. It is to grasp a piece of American history, a relic that has endured through decades of change, and a reminder that fortune often comes when least expected. The thrill of ownership is not just in the wealth it represents, but in the story it tells, and the legacy it carries forward. So, if you happen to own a 1956 Philadelphia wheat penny, do not underestimate it. Look at it closely. Study its color, its weight, its shine. What seems like a simple coin may in fact be a golden rarity, waiting to reveal itself. And if it is, you are not just holding a penny. You are holding the key to fortune. The 1956 wheat penny proves that the smallest objects can carry the greatest power. It stands as a reminder that luck, history, and destiny can all converge in something as modest as a single cent. And when that cent happens to be a rare golden variation, its worth transcends money. It becomes a spark that can change your life forever. Next up, the 1957 Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of those coins that continues to inspire wonder, curiosity, and excitement among collectors and dreamers alike. Struck at the Denver Mint, this penny was one of the last in the famous Wheatback series, a design that had been cherished since 1909. Most of these pennies were minted in copper, and millions entered circulation. But what if, hidden among the countless ordinary examples, there exists a 1957 wheat penny unlike any other, one with a golden hue or rare striking error that transforms it from a simple cent into a priceless treasure worth millions today? That possibility is what makes this coin legendary in numismatic circles. When you look closely at the 1957 penny, you see more than just Abraham Lincoln's familiar profile on the obverse. You see the craftsmanship of a nation, a reflection of American strength and resilience in the mid-20th century. On the reverse, the twin wheat stalks symbolize prosperity and abundance. Now, imagine that coin struck not in a standard copper alloy, but with an extraordinary golden sheen, whether from a rare planchet error, a unique composition, or even an experimental mint strike. That single coin would no longer be an everyday penny. It would become an artifact of unimaginable value. The idea of a golden 1957 penny is powerful because it plays with contrast. Pennies are seen as the lowest denomination, often ignored or tossed aside. Yet, when one rare version is discovered, its worth can climb into the millions, flipping the ordinary into the extraordinary overnight. It's the ultimate underdog story. A coin worth 1 cent at birth becoming a fortune in the hands of a collector with vision. This possibility makes every old penny jar, drawer, and attic a potential gold mine waiting to be discovered. Collectors know that rarity is the lifeblood of value. With the 1957 wheat penny, rarity comes not from the sheer number minted, but from unique anomalies that slip through the cracks of the minting process. A double die, a misaligned strike, a rare composition, or even a brilliant golden tone. Each of these transforms the coin into something one of a kind. And when something is one of a kind in the world of coins, its value becomes limitless. Picture the scene in an auction house. The lights dim, the coin is unveiled, and bidders from around the world hold their breath. The 1957 Golden Wheat Penny is on the block, and the bidding begins. Numbers climb quickly, thousands, then hundreds of thousands, then millions, as collectors fight for the right to claim it. The winning bid is not just a purchase, but a statement. Owning this coin means holding history, rarity, and fortune all in the palm of your hand. But the story of the 1957 penny isn't just about money, it's about magic. The magic of finding treasure in plain sight. The magic of realizing that something as small and overlooked as a penny can contain the power to change your destiny. It captures imagination because it proves that fortune does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it hides in the smallest corners, waiting for someone with sharp eye and daring spirit to uncover it. This coin also stands at an important crossroads in history. By 1957, America was booming. Post-war prosperity filled homes with hope, and coins like the wheat penny were part of everyday life. Yet within that period of abundance, the 1957 golden penny remains a reminder that rarity can still bloom even in times of plenty. Its existence, whether confirmed or legendary, keeps the thrill of coin collecting alive. The golden aura of this penny gives it an almost mythical quality. It's not just metal, it's a story. A story of a coin that traveled through pockets, purses, and decades, carrying with it secrets unknown to its owners. Each scratch, each worn edge adds character. But when that coin gleams with an unusual shine, it sets itself apart. Suddenly, it is not just a survivor of history, but a beacon of fortune. Owning such a coin is not merely about wealth. It's about legacy. To possess the rare golden 1957 penny is to hold a piece of American heritage, a piece that will outlast its finder and continue to dazzle future generations. That coin would not just sit in a safe. It would be written about, displayed, admired, and envied. Its story would inspire others to look closer at the coins they take for granted every day. For the dreamer, the 1957 penny is a symbol of possibility. It proves that life-changing treasures still exist in the simplest places. It pushes us to search, to believe, and to never dismiss what seems insignificant. Because in a world where a 1-cent coin can be worth millions, nothing should ever be overlooked. If you hold a 1957 wheat penny today, guard it carefully, inspect it, appreciate it, and never rush to spend or sell it cheaply. The surface of that coin could conceal a fortune waiting to be revealed. It may carry the golden glow that turns you from ordinary to extraordinary in a single night. In the end, the 1957 wheat penny is more than money. It is a promise that greatness often hides in small packages, that destiny can be shaped by chance discoveries, and that sometimes the path to unimaginable fortune begins with something as simple as a penny in your hand. That is the magic, the mystery, and the majesty of this legendary coin.